Hello friends. So what I'm here to show you today is, if you'll notice here, which how could you not, it's in the middle of the screen, this little pile of sugar on this slider tray. I've pulled all the slider trays out on every one of my hives that has them. Not all of them have them. I have 10 hives sitting out here, and of those 10 hives I only have 6 slider trays. But each of these slider trays has a little pile of sugar on it. And it comes from the candy boards. You know, we already know that. But in my earlier video on how to make or mix up the sugar mixture for the candy boards that I make, I mix it very, very wet, actually starting with more water than sugar. And the reason for that is because I'm trying to get a certain consistency in the sugar. I want it to completely dissolve so that when it re-solidifies, it will be the consistency of rock candy. Somewhere in the neighborhood of Werther's Originals or Butterscotch or Jolly Ranchers. Something to that effect. And the reason for that is specifically so that we don't wind up with all this wasted sugar. Now, in the springtime, I will come out here with a tote and a new set of slider trays because they're all the same size. I specifically made these screen bottom boards to fit. You know, I make them all the same size, try to standardize everything. And I may get some upset workers here shortly because I got stung a few minutes ago. I'm about to make a video about that one. But if you just loosely mix this sugar together with not a lot of water, it doesn't bind very well. And here's a hive box that I changed out yesterday. You see all that sugar in the bottom of this one. They're in here trying to collect it. But that's the reason, and I've been criticized in my videos for making it so wet. Well, that's the reason. So like I was saying, I think I sidetracked myself. In the springtime, I'll come out here with another set of sliders to replace these. I'll pull these out and I'll put them in a tote or, you know, a sufficiently sized bucket with the purpose and intent of reclaiming the sugar. I realize sugar is not very expensive. There's no need to worry about reclaiming it, but, you know, waste not, want not. So yeah, there's the reasons. And I will continue to refine my methods of making up candy boards. This is also the reason that I don't use granulated sugar, because my first year of doing it, that's what I actually did. I used granulated sugar. I would take and put my inner cover on. I would lay a piece of parchment paper on top of that, dump sugar all around the hole in the center of the inner cover, and then cut that hole in the parchment paper out. And what I found happened when I did that is, if there was any sugar left as springtime came on, the bees would haul it out and just dump it right on the ground, because they would rather have nectar than sugar. The whole reason I put these candy boards on is an emergency, you know, in case of emergency. That's the whole purpose behind them. Now, see, this hive right here is not a screened bottom board, and you actually see, I don't have a pointer on me here. I'll pick up a stick, well, a piece of grass. Right here at the tip of that grass is a granule of sugar. And if we sit here for just a couple of minutes, you will actually see some of the workers coming out hauling a white fleck of something. I don't know if it's a sugar granule or if it's a piece of the parchment paper, but they're hauling something out. So ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to do what you think works best for you. I'm not telling you why, or no, apologies. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm telling you how I do it and why I do it that way, and in my opinion, why it works best this way. Again, not telling you what to do. Something different may work better for you than it does for me. So, in the meantime, this is today's Pampered Bee tip. So, pamper your bees and be blessed.